A lot of people swear they've triggered Karlach's fourth wall scene while playing the game, but I'm pretty sure it's impossible to access it in any normal way. Why am I so certain? Because the trigger for the dialogue is locked behind this flag. But that one scene is far from the only content hiding under that same flag, so let's flip it to true and see what happens. When entering the Shadow-Cursed lands from Grimforge, you normally get just one line from a random companion and an extra narrator line if you happen to be playing as Shadowheart. But there is actually a hidden intro line when controlling any of the 6 origin characters, and even from a custom character, aka Tav, if they are Githyanki or one of the Underdark races.
The Shadow Curse. I tried to picture it in my head, but this is a lot.
I don't know what I expected, but damn, this place is cursed.
Hells. I knew this land was cursed, but this is impressive.
Skvar, is this the Shadow Curse? Most ghastly, most impressive.
An entire domain ensconced in Shadow Curse. That's quite the enchantment.
By Baldur's beard. Halsin spoke true. The land is swallowed by curse.
The Shadow Curse lands. Makes back home in the Underdark seem quaint.
So this is the Shadow Curse. The scale of the corruption here is impressive.
And there's an entirely separate set of lines if you didn't learn about the Shadow Curse from Halsin before coming here. I particularly enjoy Astarian's.
Hells. That's quite a view. What happened here? I'm not sure I want to step in there.
Gods, what is this place? Looks like some dark gods sneezed and this is what was left behind. I'm not sure I want to step in there.
What in the hells is that? I'm not sure I want to step in there.
Skvar! What is this ghastly place? I'm not sure I want to step in there.
An entire domain wrapped in shadow. This feels more like a god's work than man's. I'm not sure I want to step in there.
By Baldur's beard, the land is swallowed in shadow. I'm not sure I want to step in there.
What is this place? Makes the Underdark look like a sunlit meadow. I'm not sure I want to step in there.
What is this place? The extent of the corruption here is almost impressive.
I didn't edit that, by the way, that's just how it plays. But I guess that's why they call it cut content. What? Oh, come on. Fine, moving on. If you recruited Minthara, she'll take a seat in Ketheric's throne after you return from dealing with Merkel. During this scene, she will ask you a question, either why you killed the tieflings in the grove with her, or why you came to Moonrise, if you skipped the raid on the grove by knocking her out or just ignoring the goblin camp altogether. But there is an alternate line of questioning meant to play specifically when you knocked her out.
There is yet one thing about you that troubles me, though. Something I need you to explain.
You chose to incapacitate me rather than killing me when you eradicated my minions. Why? So might any other true soul. And yet Gut and Ragslin do not stand with us under your protection. Sparing an enemy's life is a great risk. Even though I owe my life to the part of you that showed me mercy, it concerns me. If Ketheric had ordered me to slay you to prove my worth, I would have. Or died trying. I should not lose myself in these thoughts of what might have been. I live, and I am grateful. I do have one more question, though, before we continue.
Why come to Moonrise, where the cult's power is strongest?
Sparing an enemy's life is a great risk, even though I owe my life to the part of you that showed me mercy. You described me well, but you deceive nonetheless. You chose to spare me. I am sure of it. Sparing an enemy's life is a great risk. No gods command me now. But out of respect for what you have done for me, for my salvation, I shall follow you, whatever your beliefs. I do have one more question, though, before we continue.
When leaving Moonrise after this, there are also extra lines from your Dream Guardian about recruiting Minthara and Nightsong as allies.
You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers, too. Minthara would have been a bitter foe. But by your side, and with her mind her own, she will make a remarkable ally. If Nightsong's fury against Ketheric runs as deep as it seems, she will make a fierce ally indeed. Especially now that she is reunited with her love. Especially now that she is motivated by the loss of the one she loved. But if we are to succeed, we will need others.
Try to act surprised when I tell you that Shadowheart has more of this kind of hidden dialogue than any of the other companions. For starters, there are extra lines when she asks you what you think of her new hair after converting to Selûne.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look? I thought I knew who I was. But I was wrong. I do not belong to Shah. And I do not want to be adorned like one of her puppets any longer. The hair is just a gesture, true. But everything has a first step. An unexpected benefit of my training. Any novice knows how to source the right herbs and mixtures to alter one's hair. Typically reserved for disguises and subterfuge rather than self-discovery. But I don't live by Shah's rules any longer.
Whenever you kick Shadowheart out of the group, she will act grumpy no matter how much she likes you. That's because the few lines she says are designed to play only when your approval with her is low. She has a long list of other lines that are meant to play with higher approval or when romancing her, both in and out of camp. Every line has voice acting in the files, though it doesn't play properly in-game. But if you'd like to hear how it would sound, that can be arranged.
As you like. You behave yourself out there. And come back to me in one piece. Very well. Take care of yourself out there. I'll be waiting for you. I suppose some idle time at camp might do me good. As long as I still see you come nightfall. Take care. Well, you know best. I'll be ready whenever you need me. Take care of yourself out there. I suppose a little me time at camp wouldn't go amiss. Fetch me whenever you need me. And mind yourself out there. I'll see you at camp then. Be safe. I'm not sure how we'd manage without you. You mind yourself out there, understand? I'll be here when you need me. All right. Be good out there. And if you can't be good, well, don't get caught. I'll be here whenever you need me. Take care. I'll keep an eye on this place. Very well. I do like it here, truth be told. My own little corner. Time to think. But I'll be ready when you need me. Take care. Of course. I'll see you in the evenings. Stay safe out there. Take care. I'll be here when you need me. Very well. Don't have too much fun without me. I'll keep watch here in the meantime.
Want to hug Shadowheart anytime you want? It would be possible as long as you'd already hugged her at least once before. In Patch 6, the only chance to do this is during the scene at the Selûne statue after she finds her parents. There would be 2 other chances to hug her, both right after she spares the Night Song in Act 2, but they're also blocked by the Impossible flag. These bonus hugs even have their own list of voiced reactions, though the lines, and more importantly, the hugs, don't play properly.
You could charge gold for hugs, you know. They'd be queuing over the horizon.
There's even a chance to ask Shadowheart for a hug during the in-game areas that doesn't require any unusual flags, just having over 60 approval and sparing the Night Song. But this hug is also bugged. There's a hug bug. Speaking of the endgame, after defeating the Brain, the narrator has a bunch of extra lines where she won't shut up about how awesome you are.
Jubilation rises across the city. Baldur's Gate will live to fight another day. And it's all because of you. You did it. You did what no one else could. You cured yourself and all the other infected. Your enemies have been crushed. And you are triumphant. The fates of gods and monsters were decided by your hand. You are a hero among heroes. History will remember you. The city will remember you. You are the savior of Baldur's Gate.
And soon after that, there's a cut line from nearly every companion asking Gale why he's staring at the river.
But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
Gale, this is no time for sentimental gawking. Speak your troubles or relinquish them.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Chiontha.
I can see the cogs moving behind your eyes, Gale. What's on your mind?
Gale, please. This is not the time to be morosely lost in thought. Gale, are you brooding? Because I swear, if you ruin my good mood...
Gale, is something the matter? Gale, you seem distracted. Does something trouble you?
Wizard, was your brain entirely liquefied during the battle? The fight is over. It's time to move on.
What is it, Wizard? Huh? There will be plenty to furrow our brows over in the morning. Why not take a break?
Why do you furrow your brows so, Wizard? Boo says your abominable bat cat has probably survived.
There is actually one place in the game that mistakenly sets the Impossible flag when it's meant to check it. It's a line from this random gnome watching the comedy competition. But because of the priority of his other lines, that bugged one will never play. That's probably for the best, since setting this flag to true with no way to turn it off would lead to many issues. The main one being that it will override the normal dialogue from several of the companions with what are called coverage lines. Words and short phrases recorded by the actors in advance in case Larian needs to fill in any unexpected gaps.
Perhaps.
It is not the time to chat! Move!
Though I have to admit, listening to many of Gale's lines with no context was making me laugh.
Mistra. The Weave.
And I may have also laughed at this line.
Ketherick stiffens at the sight of you. He seems to recognize you.
There are a few other assorted lines scattered throughout the files, but the only other one worth showing is this weird narrator line. The audio is pretty rough, so I can see why they cut it.
Perhaps you should subscribe to the channel.